What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I've got another OP Town Hall 13 base to show you guys and for you to use with the link down in the description. Let's go ahead and jump into some of the replays. Alright guys, so here we are in our last war, our last 5v5 war, Tribe Gaming versus Nova. We did take the loss unfortunately in EWU. They got a lot of triples against us. iTzu and myself did get triples, so if you guys want to see a full recap of this war with commentary, Carbon Finn just made a video about it. You can go check out his channel. But if you guys want me to do a breakdown of all the triples in this war, definitely let me know. I can probably do that, try to explain why the attackers were using what they were using, what they were trying to achieve. However, my base did get the defense over here. I mean, this is Nova. They were the world champions last year, so we kind of expected them to get a ton of triples. My base did end up getting the 72% defense though, and this is the base that I'm showing you guys today right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, see why it's doing so well right now. And I've also got some other defensive replays to show you of this base from another war that we're going to be taking a look at. So here it is. This is the base. Now, what am I doing with this base? Right now, guys, honestly, single target Infernos are coming back into the meta. I think they're going to be used a lot more from now on. I'm running 2 single target Infernos on this base. It depends, you know, what kind of clans you guys war against. You might even want to use 3 single target Infernos. The only reason I'm using this one on multi down here is because I have the Barbarian King to guard it so that nobody can warden walk that multi. If you don't have a hero there to guard the multi-target Inferno, it's pretty easy for someone to warden walk it, and they can probably warden walk it and then Yeti smash into the town hall. But the warden won't be able to get that Inferno with the king there, or else he would have to probably use 2 rages or something just for the warden. But let's go ahead and take a look at what Sam tried to do here and why it didn't work. So he's going to try to warden walk over here. Now I did have a Troll Tesla at 12. It kind of, you know, popped up and started hitting one of his healers, but luckily he had a loon, so he was able to take care of that, no problem. You guys can probably move that if you want. Another thing over here, I have a bunch of Seeking Air Mines over here to try and stop that new Yeti in the blimp attack, the Yeti bomb that I've been showing you guys a lot on my channel. I'll show you guys a picture with the traps here in a little bit just so you can see. But honestly, you guys probably should move some of the traps around. I wouldn't suggest keeping all the traps the same, just because probably there's going to be a lot of people copying this base. So you want to move some of the traps around, at least some of the Teslas, maybe not all the other traps. The other version I am going to be showing you in the last 2 replays, I did move some of the Teslas around, so we'll take a look at 2 different versions. But other than the Teslas, pretty much all the traps are the same. So I definitely suggest moving the Tesla farm though on your guys' version. It'll probably help you a lot. So on here, what Sam was trying to do here, he was just using the warden to make a funnel over here to try and get rid of a lot of the stuff, and then he wanted to Yeti smash straight into here and save his slammer for the town hall. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at how he executes it and why it doesn't work. So he uses the BK to make the funnel on the right side, and then he's starting to use all the Yetis right here, and then he's going to try to wall break, but I do have a wall breaker trap, and his wall break is going to fail. So he needed to use, you know, a test wall breaker, or just send the wall breakers a little bit slower, so all the wall breakers end up dying right there to the small bomb, and then everything splits and goes around. So the entry there just got really messed up, and he's gonna have to quad quake here to try and save the attack, but it's just not gonna work. He ends up popping the warden ability super early, trying to save the attack. Out comes the CC. I have been running a double ice golem baby dragon loon with this base, and I think it's been working really well. Honestly, it just depends on what kind of attacks you guys come up against the most. You know, if you're in a lot lower level clan where everybody just spams E-drags, you might want something more stuff that targets air in your CC. But if you're in a super high level war clan, you know, I suggest, you know, what I'm running here, double ice baby dragon loon. It's working really well for me. You can also go with lava hound baby dragon if you think you're gonna get hit with like a Sui Lalo or something. If you're running all 3 Infernos on single, like I suggested, you might want to try. But it's really up to you guys. So here are the other Teslas. Now the reason I have some of these Teslas here touching the Inferno towers like this in a corner like position is because it's really good for anti-miners and anti-hogs, because that's what we're seeing a lot of at the moment. Sam here tried the Yeti smash, but if you're using it in a different war where, you know, people are using a lot of queen charge miners, queen charge hogs, you put the Tesla connected to the Inferno, like corner by corner with each other, and then you can put 2 spring traps in between them. and then they hit the hogs, they hit the miners almost every single time. It hardly ever misses, so it's really good positioning there for the Teslas with the spring traps. If you think you're going to get hit with a big hog attack or a big miner attack, those are definitely good positions to be putting the Teslas in combination with the spring traps. So here we see he's going to get pretty low percent on this attack. I mean, it's going to be just barely around 70. The entry got messed up. I would love to see how it did if his entry, if his wall break didn't fail, but honestly I still think it wouldn't have worked. The single target Inferno on the back end really tends to roast a lot of those Yetis, and that's why we're seeing a lot of single target Infernos, because honestly guys, the meta right now, Queen Charge every base, Yeti Smash every base, and so when you run a couple of single target Infernos, it makes it so much harder to Queen Charge. Not impossible, of course, the good players can still do it, but it makes it really hard for, you know, a lot of other players to Queen Charge. It makes it really harder for a lot of other players to use Yeti Smash, just because those single target Infernos are actually killing the Yetis, and the Yetis don't stay alive through the whole attack like we're seeing. You know, the healers keep Yetis alive through multi-Infernos like it's nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and back out here. We're actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at the base with the traps, how I had them set up on this one. So as you can see here, this is what I was talking about with the spring traps over on the Teslas and the Infernos. You put the Tesla in a corner position right next to the Inferno, and then 2 spring traps in between, just like that. And normally you pair it up with a Skelly trap also, like a ground Skelly for the miners, and it just works really well. If you're getting hit with, you know, mostly air attacks, I would suggest changing these Skelly traps to air. Honestly, you can do that. So I do have a lot of Seeking Air Mines over here and the Tornado trap right there, just to try and stop that new Yeti bomb attack. And so that's how I have it set up right now. I was running 2 Troll Teslas just because I wanted to try and make Nova time fail, but it didn't really matter in this case. So you could honestly take those 2 Teslas, move them somewhere else if you want. If you think you need one in the corner, then use one in the corner. If not, you can put another one like over here, you know, or maybe make a little Tesla farm over here or somewhere. It's up to you really, but I suggest tweaking it at least a little bit to suit your play style more, to suit the attackers that you're going to be coming up against, and that's probably the best way to use it. So we're going to go ahead and head out and go look at one of the other wars that we're having recently, where I'm also getting a ton of defenses, and show you guys some of the replays. Alright guys, so here we are in our latest war against Town Hall Legend, and honestly they're kind of destroying us right now. If you guys haven't heard of these guys, one of the top clans in Asia, honestly, they're doing really well. They've tripled all of our bases except for 2 so far. My base is still getting a bunch of defenses. They have 6 attacks left, so they'll probably end up getting it. You know, just a reminder, every single Town Hall 13 base can be tripled with the right attack, but my base has been getting a ton of defenses, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the replays here, see how it's defending and why. Alright guys, so here is the first attack on my base that the Town Hall Legend tried. Honestly, it got kind of close, but it didn't work out. Still, I think had an Inferno up at the end. But we're going to go ahead and take a look. Again, they're trying to hit it with the Yeti Smash, just like Nova did. So, I mean, honestly, it might be worth it for you guys to try and switch 1 or 2 of these Expos to air. I mean, to ground only mode is what I meant to say, just to even help make Yeti Smash even harder. Now, one thing that Town Hall Legend was doing here that Nova didn't do, the early raged E-drag for the funnel. That is one thing I don't like about this base that I made, is all these buildings are super close together, so this E-drag is going to actually get a really good value here. So one thing you might want to change on your version of this base is maybe switch out some of these trash buildings for builder huts, just so they can't get so much chain value. And it's a really easy fix. All you got to do is like switch out this gold mine for a builder hut, switch out this trash building for a builder hut. That way things are like not touching each other, so that way the E-drag doesn't get insane value, and it was able to chain that AD super early because of the rage spell. So it's a really easy fix there, small little base building flaw that I didn't really notice early on when I was making this base, but it's easy to fix. All you got to do is add a couple builder huts over there. So here we go. Bebo over here is doing a little warden funnel over here on this side with his warden and his healers, just to make the funnel. He's not trying to warden walk an Inferno or anything. E-drag made the funnel on this side, and then he's just going to Yeti Smash right through here, through the Town Hall. He already quad quaked the core open, and so everything's going to be going in, and this single target Inferno is just perfectly placed because it's going to start roasting some of his P.E.K.K.A.s, some of his Yetis. It locks onto his King super early here, so he's going to have to pop some abilities really early. I believe he's going to have to pop his Warden ability super early right here. He just barely gets the Warden ability off in time before his King dies, but once that Warden ability wears off, that King's going to die instantly because of the single target Inferno. Just like that, his King's already dead. Now everything's getting targeted. We do have this multi-target Inferno over here that's hitting all his bowlers, which is nice, like I said, and the BK is going to be able to tank for that multi-target Inferno for a while. He does use his Royal Champ and the Siege Barracks from the bottom side, and out come a bunch of Hogs from his Siege Barracks, so they get some nice value. This Royal Champ gets stuck on the ground skellies, so his ground skellies did really good. All of his healers got roasted pretty early too. I think that's just thanks to a lot of the red bombs I had in the core, and then in combination with the multi-target Inferno hitting his healers, everything moving over toward 9 o'clock. This single target Inferno was roasting his Royal Champ, but she was able to get it off in time because I have the Skelly Trap on this side of the Inferno Tower. It might be better if, or it would have been a lot better if the Skelly Trap was probably on this side. So you might want to move that on your base if somebody tries the same attack here. If the Skelly Trap was on this side, Royal Champ would have gotten stuck on the Skelly Traps, and that single target Inferno would have had more than enough time to just destroy the Royal Champ. So this is what I was talking about. This attack got kind of close, but at the same time it wasn't, because we still had a whole Inferno compartment up. And that single target Inferno island, I mean, unless a wall is already open, and unless you have an ability left over, there's no way you're going to be able to get it down. So we'll just, you know, go ahead and fast forward. This P.E.K.K.A. and the Queen are just going to get destroyed. I don't even think they're going to make it to the single target Inferno. This Archer Tower is going to pick them off. No, the Inferno does pick them off. So yeah, you definitely want to run at least 2 single target Infernos with this base. They're working really well in combination with those Skelly Traps. So we'll go ahead and bounce out and watch one more replay, see how this base defended. This was the first attack, and they're going to come in and try to clean it up and do a slightly different variation of the same attack and try to fix it, but it's going to defend even better the second time. Here we go. This is the last attack I'm going to show you guys today. This one, they're going to be doing pretty much a really similar attack the first time. Just for some reason, they really want to try and use Yeti Smash on this base, and it's just not working. So this is how you defend Yeti Smash, I guess, guys. He used a Coco Loon in the beginning to get that Sam. Again, they're going to use the Raged E-Dragon to make the really nice funnel over here. Like I said in the last replay, super easy to fix. Just replace some of these buildings with builder huts, and nobody will be able to do that. He's making the funnel with the Warden over here. He's already using his Quad Quake in the core to open everything up. Now this time they didn't open up this wall section over here, so they're thinking they want to force everything this way over here because they think their Royal Champ and Siege Barracks will be able to get that Inferno no problem at all. They don't want everything pathing this way because this Inferno targets their healers and kills all the healers super early. So again, he's just spamming everything in from the 3 o'clock side. The funnel is perfect, honestly. Everything's going inside, so you can't really ask for much of a better entry, and yet the base is still going to defend. He uses his Warden ability already. Out comes the CC. That double Ice Golem is going to stall up his troops a little bit, and because of the Loon and the CC, the attacker is forced to use the poison because Queen gets stuck on these Ice Golems. She's not going to kill that Loon for a while, so you kind of have to use the poison there. So that's why I like taking the Baby Dragon and the Loon and the CC in combination with the 2 Ice Golems. Now look at this. He is using some Loons over here to pick off these outside defenses. So a really nice attack, honestly, by Town Hall B-Boot here. Really planned out, really thought out. The Royal Champ and the Hogs moving in at 6 o'clock. They do take out that Inferno comp like he thought. Because of the higher Earthquake spells, he used them a lot higher. Queen and the Yetis took out this top Inferno compartment, and so everything has to kind of converge on this left 9 o'clock side. And he still has a ton of Yetis and a ton of bowlers up because of how he did it this time. It was just a better entry than the last attack we saw, but it's still just not going to end up working out for him. This single target Inferno starts to roast everything. They have to beat through a ton of walls. I mean, he used a jump and 4 earthquakes, so no more spells to get through walls here. The Warden, the Inferno Tower, they're just going to lock on to the King, to Yetis one at a time and take them out. And that single target Inferno is doing a lot of work. The healers can't heal through a single target Inferno. Eventually, the Inferno goes down because those Yeti mites are still OP, even after the Yeti nerf. Luckily, this AD is going to take out all his healers. There's only 1 Yeti left, 1 P.E.K.K.A. left. The cannon and the archer tower are going off on them, and they're getting really low on health, and they're just not going to be enough for them to get through the rest of the base. So maybe if he had saved an extra rage there going into the last section, it would have been better, but it's just not quite enough to get through the base. This one was pretty close. He actually got through all the Inferno towers this time, but still just not going to cut it. Doesn't have enough cleanup because he used a lot of troop space on those loons to try and get some of these defenses over here, just to help keep everything pushing through the base instead of going outside like they did on the first 2 attacks. So overall, really nice base design here. You know, I want you guys to try it, to use it. Let me know if you guys want me to start uploading base videos like this, you know, once every 2 weeks, once every week. You know, I want to, and it's not that I want everybody to be using my bases, but I want everybody to be, you know, seeing how to make better bases, you know, use some of these bases just to see what it is about the base that makes them really good, how to defend Yeti Smash, how to defend Queen Charges. That way everybody can start building better bases. So let me know if you guys want me to post more videos like this. Other than that, you know, this base is doing pretty well for me. It's definitely burnt now, so I won't be using it again in the future. But if you guys like this base, you know, make sure you let me know down in the comments, and like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.